My first trip to my native land was a bone-chilling preview to the bitter reality that was awaiting me. I remember that I had a pair of shoes that didn't fit me anymore, but I had no other pair. So I had to put that on, and my mom told me to wear this big scarf so as to cover myself for being a woman, a kid who had to cover herself because there were Taliban on our way to our destination. So in the brutal heat of the summer, I put on those shoes that didn't fit me, and the six of us that didn't fit in a Corolla car on our way to our native land. And this brutal heat of the summer caused me sickness. But I didn't know that a more dangerous experience was awaiting me. After crossing the border, we arrived to Kandahar city, where our next destination was the capital. Once we arrived there, we saw that the highway was blocked and there were thousands of other cars and trucks waiting. That was because the Taliban on one side of the highway were attacking and fighting with the Afghan armed forces on the other side of the highway. And this daily attack went on for hours, more than 5 hours, and we were left hungry and thirsty in the brutal heat of Kandahar city. There was a truck with water bottles. So my dad went to grab water bottles for us so that we don't die of the heat. As he left, some Afghan forces brought a water bottle to us in our car, because as women we were not allowed to step out of the car. And under this heat, that few water bottles were not enough to hydrate us. Several hours later, when the highway was declared safe enough for passengers to continue their trip, we were finally able to hit the road again. Because Taliban are used to attacking every day. Once we started our journey back, I saw some tanks with unfamiliar army. And that is when it was my first time seeing American troops who had come to end the fight and allow the passengers to continue traveling. Yes, that was a brutal preview of the bitter truth of my native land that was falling apart and constantly bleeding at the hands of armed forces from different groups. Taliban, American troops who had invaded the country, and Afghan forces. So we finally arrived at our destination. And my first night in Kabul, that wasn't just the beginning of a happy story, but a continuation of the fight that we experienced earlier. Even at night, the skies of Afghanistan was not peaceful and safe. I constantly heard the armed helicopters flying over the dark skies of Kabul, one after the other, making noises. And to myself, I asked, is this my homeland? Is it always like this? Day and night decorated with bullets, with bombs, with helicopters, with armed forces? Indeed, that was the reality.